Now, this last comment that I'm going to read to you, I do not know whether or not what I'm saying to you is true. I'm reading to you the comment, and I thought it was a really lovely and well-written comment. Whether or not I understand the logistics of how the pimp game works and how much of this might be true, I'm going to read it to you anyway. It says, she was being trafficked, treated like a prostitute. Pimps often turn their girlfriends into prostitutes. He made sure his name was not on the receipts by making Cassie and others do the coordinating. Pimps often move their prostitutes from state to state to evade detection. The girls turned prostitutes are often in love with the pimps, and they become bonded together for the need for financial survival. Over time, Stockholm Syndrome kicks in. Cassie is lucky to have gotten free. P.S. He signed her to a contract to create 10 hit songs. Did they ever occur? Did he hold this over her head that she needed to do these things in exchange for the luxury lifestyle he provided? Regarding Cassie, what happens to a dream deferred? The disappointment of not becoming a star, compounded by the shame and poor self-esteem from the abuse. The coercive powers may have seemed impossible to escape, but thankfully she can still say, "And still I rise." I hope her testimony purges any residual trauma from this PTSD-invoking experience so that she can be strong enough to raise a happy child and be a soulmate to her husband. There's one reply on that, and it is excellent. So the comment section, for the people, by the people. The comments that I read to you tonight, I have no personal opinion on. I read to you what I thought were the most relevant and the subjects that were the most repeated, the most common denominator. 80% of the comment section was talking about this, and this. So that is what I brought to you tonight. Now, if I do want to add my own opinion on this subject, it is interesting that I thought I was going to sit down and find a whole bunch of jokes about Diddy going down and, the whole baby oil debacle in jail, and that's what we were seeing a couple months ago, but the tone has changed. And so now it's really narrowing in on, do we want to call her a victim? And I think that people don't understand how easily all of us are victimized every single day through manipulation. Every time you buy something that you didn't realize you needed, you've been manipulated. It happens on levels. And when you're inundated by it over and over and over again, it tends to work because the way your brain functions, you start to normalize things. It's no different than going to the gym and lifting 10 pounds and being like, oh my God, I'm so sore from that, 10-pound workout that I did. And then at the end of the month, you can lift 50, right? So that's the same thing, but in reverse. Normal was not normal today is normal in a month. So if you've ever been a man and bought a woman something and then later realized you were being used, you were coerced. If you're a woman who was ever in this sort of situation, you were coerced.